football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 30. Five-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Yeah,
I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's Brady. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Washington.
Wait, set. Ready? Right 21. Check right 21. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep alert.
From midfield, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yeah, let's see. The Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot, and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Heavy, two.
Into the red zone. It's Brady. Got a man. It's Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He finds his target, Beckham. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Wait, 29. Alpha.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. And Brady will sneak it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Tom Brady keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Brady. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
53.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it's clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Look at the aim. Come to my work. Get 300. Get 300. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52 is the mark. Defense, let's go. Mike, 53 to get up.
Rodgers now on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Joe Mixon looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And Robinson with a big catch. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Rodgers now to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, there's definitely an or not.
Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Brady. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Regular. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, goal 66.
Now Brady. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Brady again. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Wait, that wide, 80. Mike 51. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go 50.
Brady to throw again. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Christian McCaffrey, as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken way up by the 25. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack, Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. In for the sack, Deion Jones. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
10-18. Don't get nervous.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Check 52.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
This is McCaffrey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Brady looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Brady now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Brady going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. How often laugh and sometimes call just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see today. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers, and he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, Zoo. 50. 6-6. Pull it.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Hey, Ted. Ready? 51. Hey, pick your game up.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
That's how you score.
Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Green 18, inside. Set the tone, defense. Set the hold. Green 18.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
56, Mike.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Wide, 80.
On 1st down, it's Bell. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Brady going to throw here. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moment. moments of this one. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Brady, 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to
The win moves them to 12-1 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.